If I get a dildo out, is that
Wait,
allowed on Twitch?
No, it's really not. I don't
Should
even
have
think
gone
you're
to $2
allowed
shop
to
to
Paint
look
it
for
green
those
and-
things.
Oh. No, don't. Please don't. Hi. Welcome to Accidental Heroes. If it's your first time, for whatever reason you enjoy the content, please click follow. Also, if you could click through to the YouTube, which the link is below, and click subscribe, that'd be lovely, because we're trying to get subscribers. I don't know how many we've got, but we need 100.
That's one more.
Nah, that's just me not putting my phone on silent.
So unprofessional.
If you want to catch up on the other episodes, most of them are on YouTube as well. Last week's one's not, because I forgot.
Yeah, last week's one's not.
Cause
Yeah, I didn't see it up here.
I
Which
just
is fine.
forget to do things.
Yeah, it's fine.
And if you did miss last week's one, Claire has a recap.
Yeah, I do. Hello, everyone.
And pistachios.
And pistachios. You can have some if you like.
Don't tell them that. They'll be knocking on the door when they're pistachios. You get doxed by someone. Some pistachio fiend.
So the word of the day is pistachio.
Pistachio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pistachio.
Last week was cucumber.
This week may also be cucumber. I'm feeling like it's a thing.
Moist.
Moist cucumber.
Okay. The party hides their suspicions and bonds with Urbag's mysterious new family while sharing a home-cooked meal, during which they become increasingly alarmed that Damal has not returned from her decision to go outside to smoke. They try to excuse themselves to go investigate, but are verbally detained by Bertha the orc. Sensing Eleanor's discomfort, Sasha attempts to magically banish Urbag's family so they can leave peacefully and no one will be the wiser. However, like their father, the gnome children are immensely troublesome and resist the spell of banishment. Urbag's innocent wife Bertha, on the other hand, is separated from her family and banished far away to a demi-plane where she is alone and incapacitated. Oh. Urbag takes the initiative and calmly leads the children to their room while Sasha and Eleanor hastily go searching for Damal.
I break the lock off the door. They're locked in the room. Just casually.
It is mentioned.
While escorting the small children to their room, Urbag witnesses them begin muttering the word rebirth in Gnomish with blank expressions on their faces. He freaks out, deciding to lock them in, and then quickly jumps out a window before the banishment spell ends and Bertha reappears. The party tracks down Damal's trail, finding her pet rat and possessions neatly stacked against the wall of the house. They continue following the tracks of a wheelbarrow deep into the jungle and eventually down a cobblestone stairway to a sulphurous cave. Within the cavernous place, they encounter a mob of villagers chanting rebirth, while standing around Damal, who is bound upon a dirty altar. The village elder, Wise Man, promises freedom from sadness, violence, and the gods, as they prepare a strange, fleshy cucumber to stuff horrifyingly deep into Damal's mouth and make her one of them. Sasha steps forward and tries to convince the village elder to feed her the cucumber instead. This is, of course, a trick, as Sasha uses the distraction to get close and manages to magically transport herself and Damal back to the exit of the cabin. As a result, the villagers surround and capture Urbag, who appears to sacrifice himself for the party, after being unable to hold back or harm any of the villagers. Sasha blocks the exit with her roaring wall of fire, trapping Urbag to his fate while the three women escape. This, of course, is not how Urbag's story ends. Struggling against the hold of his captors, Urbag cleverly manages to cast the polymorph spell, turning himself into a dragon wormling. This allows him to escape their hold, as well as pass through the wall of fire unharmed. As the adventurers get to the top, they realise that another mob from the village has rallied and is coming for them. Damal summons a magical Pegasus and loads Sasha and Eleanor onto it to the escape to the skies, while she and Urbag take the slower and stealthy route through the jungle. Somehow their sense of direction is muddled up, and Damal leads them straight into the path of the village mob. Fortunately, they manage to hide and remain quiet together in a bush as the mob shambles past them in a trance. Realising that a large tree in the village may be the key to what is going on, Sasha and Eleanor fly back there and attempt to unsuccessfully burn it down with the typical instinct of destroying things to solve problems. But after closer inspection, they see a glow high up in the tree. So they fly to the base of the branches and, using Sasha's climbing kit, rappel from the hovering Pegasus onto the tree and begin to climb to ascend the tree after dropping a rope for Urbag and Amal to catch up from the bottom of the tree. As Eleanor and Sasha climb higher, they notice that most of the fruit from the branches begin to squirm. They quickly realize that they are surrounded by the moist, fleshy cucumbers, as the fruit take a life of their own and lunge at them. Whose orifices are going to get cucumbered first? How will Urbag's children survive without a mother? Will Urbag step up and be a good dad? Why is everything here immune to harm, and how does the party harness this power for themselves? Dun, dun, dun. On to Kevin.
Thank you for the recap. It's amazing.
Are you sure that wasn't an OnlyFans episode?
Who knows?
Maybe.
It
So
could
many
be.
fleshy.
Subscribe and find out.
Whoa.
Welcome back. We are
OnlyFans.com.
on
Accidentally.
episode 22, Cursed
Yes.
Paradise.
Mm.
Yeah. So we open up with Sasha and Eleanor, and they're climbing up the tree. They have noticed that the squirming moist cucumber fleshy things are starting to animate and lunge at them. Or what do you wish to do? They haven't reached you yet, but you are still carefully ascending the tree in your climbing harnesses and ropes.
I wish to cast Bless on Eleanor and myself.
You do indeed.
And
What does it do?
so Bless is a spell. You can bless up to 3 creatures within your range. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number to the attacked roll or saving throw.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, so it's a little buff for us.
A little bit. Alright.
And say, let's make haste before these wiggling things get us.
Eleanor is climbing from below you, so you are ahead. She nods at you and carefully climbs up. It is here that you notice that even though in game sense with your harness that gives you an advantage, it nullifies her inability to climb well because of her lame left arm.
Yeah.
So for her it's normal, so it's neither advantages or disadvantages.
Yeah.
So you notice that because she's like having a bit of trouble
Yeah.
climbing up, but she can manage because of your harness, and I guess the ropes are strong and all that. All right, you continue climbing up.
Yep.
Meanwhile, at the base of the tree, Damal and Urbek, you look up. You can in the distance kind of make out that Eleanor and Sasha are trying to scale the tree, and you see the rope coming down, so you know what they're doing.
Didn't we climb up?
No, you haven't started your climb yet.
Oh.
I
No,
think
you got to
we
the
may
base
have
of the tree.
grabbed.
You got the base, and then you saw the rope come down.
Mm.
Can we see that they're having any difficulty?
You cannot see from your vantage point because the fruit moving is above them, so you
Oh,
can't
okay.
see that. Yeah,
Even
it's like
with my
you can
amazing
spot
perception.
them. Yeah, even with your perception, you can spot them,
Okay.
but they haven't encountered any distress or anything yet, so you don't know whether there's anything.
I was having a think about this, and
Yeah.
I, as a person, don't always go with the most obvious route. So
What?
You can go with any route you want.
yeah,
This is
Um,
D&D.
I know.
Yeah.
Like my character as well.
Any
like,
route
not the
you
obvious route.
Yeah.
There's no one here to kill, though.
Damn it!
Just saying.
Oh.
She attacked the tree, and the village mob is eventually gonna come.
I did remember
Yeah.
that Pegasus is still up in the sky.
Yes, Pegasus is still up in the sky after letting them alight.
Mm.
It hasn't disappeared yet. It's still under your control with your
What I'd
verbal
quite
commands.
like to do is
Yeah.
grab the Pegasus down, get
Mhm.
on its back, and get a over vantage point.
Sure. Pegasus takes a while and she lands and you get up onto her back.
Mhm.
You start flying upwards
Yeah.
above the tree line. Yeah.
I just want to see what I can see. Have a look around.
So as you fly up, so this is going to be simultaneously happening with what they are happening. As you fly up, you pass by Sasha and Eleanor climbing carefully up the
Can I
tree.
yell at them?
Yeah, you can yell at them.
You're right in there.
Ahoy!
Ahoy!
Ahoy, hoy!
What do they say to me?
The worms are trying to get us, but we need to get to the glowy area.
The glowy bit.
And I'm just like, how can I help?
At Sasha's mention, you kind of look up a little and
Yeah.
you see the fruits starting to wriggle
Wriggle,
around. They have kind
yeah.
of detached themselves from the branches and the
Yeah.
limbs of the tree, and they are making their way slowly. I guess they are crawling or
What can I do?
making little leaps towards Sasha and Elnor.
Get in the tree.
Get in the tree.
Get in the tree?
Get in the
Really?
tree.
Hey, we
Get
want
to
the
the
glowy
glow.
thing
Can
from
I
the
see the
tree.
glow?
Turn the
Um,
glow off.
At that height, yes, you can see the glowy thing that they see.
Take the
So
Is
you
it
see.
like deep in the
Oh
tree,
my
or can I
God,
like
cut the glow?
throw rope around?
So
it?
okay, so there's a
Natural
tree,
glow.
and then there is all its branches and
Yeah.
leaves, and in the center
Plastic?
you see something glowing,
Right.
but it is too dense for the Pegasus to fly in. That's why obviously they didn't
Can
fly
I
in.
lower myself from the Pegasus to where they are?
You can. You have rope.
Yeah.
Wait,
I do.
just
oh, I
jump
don't
off.
have. No, I don't have my shit.
Yeah,
I
so
jump?
you're not tethered to anything.
Can I
You
jump?
can jump if you want.
I'm gonna get Pegasus close and jump.
Okay, when jumping, are you gonna grab onto the tree or are you gonna grab onto their rope?
Wait, is the rope still dangling from the Pegasus?
No, it's dangling from
The tree
where
branch
the tree
where I
branch
tied it
that she
off.
attached it to.
So that you can
Yeah, but
climb
you
up.
repelled from the Pegasus, right?
Yeah, and then she set up another thing on the tree itself
Yeah.
to let down a rope for you.
So there's no rope for me at all.
Well, there's still two ropes there, so you can kind of just hover lower than them and get on the same rope that they landed down.
I
for
wish
you.
to do that.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
All right. You leap over. You must make an acrobatics roll.
You fail your acrobatics roll.
That's very unlikely, but possible. Nah. Hey, my acrobatics is high. We're not.
Not
We're not.
high enough.
We're not upset at that.
Good, thanks.
12.
A total of 12.
You fall onto your face.
You leap bravely, acrobatically from the Pegasus, and you attempt to grab the rope. However, the rope does slip out from under your hands. You kind of bounce onto the trunk of the tree.
Right.
It's vertical, and you try to catch onto it. I
Yeah.
will let you roll a dexterity
Right.
or strength roll. It is up to you.
Definitely Dex.
Yeah, it is up to you. And you will tell me the answer.
19. Wow.
No, so that's the saving throw.
Right.
So it's just that dice plus that 5.
Yes.
Oh, 15.
So 15. You scrape and slide yourself down the tree, but
Yeah.
eventually you manage to get a good grip on, I guess,
Okay.
one of the footholds or like the little indentations
Yeah.
that's in the tree. However, you do take 5 points of damage
Fair
as you
enough.
scrape yourself down.
Yep.
You are not attached to the rope, but you are close enough that you can actually grab onto the rope from where you have stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And you are 15 feet below them climbing.
Okay.
At the bottom of the tree, what does Urbag do?
Climbs up the rope.
Urbag starts climbing up the rope. The climb is easy. Urbag is not in any heavy armor or anything.
Nope.
So you're good. You start climbing up the rope
Fuck yeah.
at your climbing pace.
Which is what?
It's
Half your move speed?
No, it's just your movement.
Is it just your movement?
I'm pretty sure it's.
Oh, 30 feet. 60 feet.
Sasha gets higher up than all the other characters so far, and as you get closer to where the cucumbers are squirming around, they immediately lunge towards her. Sasha, make a dexterity check.
Fuck.
What a dexterity saving throw?
Not a saving throw, just a dex check.
Surprisingly good.
Surprisingly good.
Character sheet. 17.
17 is good enough. You make little ducks and dodges as you climb. The cucumbers miss you and they fall far down to their death, passing by a surprise Jamal and Urbag, and I guess I don't know.
Oh, they just splat on the ground.
Yes, they just splat on the ground. So the
Aw.
first wave, looking down below,
First wave of facehuggers.
the first wave facehuggers.
You have it.
You breathe a sigh of relief because you did not want them to touch you, I guess. like some large, disgusting worms. You continue on. Eleanor follows you because you kind of function as a shield for her because you are ahead, so they're just jumping at you first. Eventually, you make it to the top. Well, not the top of the tree, but the top where you can actually stand. And you are at where the branches split apart. In the center, high above the village, in the center of the tree, high above the village, you, Sasha and Eleanor, you see a magnificent sword embedded in the center of the tree. Its blade and hilt are made out of a white metal. Eleanor looks at you, not too sure what she should do.
I'll say I'll attempt to retrieve it as it's easier for me to maneuver up here.
Sure. Do you want her to stay where she is?
Stay close to me.
So she follows you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'll retrieve it because it's easier for me to get in and out if something goes wrong.
Okay. You move closer to the sword. You touch it?
Yep.
Carefully you touch the sword. It feels warm. Definitely it is metallic and magical. Eleanor looks nervously at you, perhaps expecting some sort of trap, and then a second wave of cucumbers fling themselves at you. Make another dexterity check.
I'm just going to see if there's anything I can do to help you.
But this is to both of you, so you and Eleanor.
Yeah, this is
have to
me
make one.
looking to see if I can do something to help her.
You got the bless.
That doesn't help this.
Not a dex check.
Oh.
A saving throw. Roll.
Are they coming from one side or surrounding us?
Pretty much surrounding and above.
Okay, I am going to cast slow.
Mm-hmm. What's the casting time on slow?
Instantaneous.
Okay. Is it one target or multiple?
Up to 6. I'm just seeing if I can boost it with my meta magic stuff. Make it bigger so I can read. No, I can empower it, but that changes the damage. That doesn't actually help me. So it's just slow, up to 6 creatures. So I'm going to try and target the ones that are going more for Eleanor than myself.
Sure. That will give her a dexterity advantage.
8.
An 8. A couple of them pelt themselves on you. They do hit you. You manage to brush them off, but you do feel one or two attempting to crawl in between the cracks of your armor. Specifically, one down the back of your neck, and another one up one of your leg plate pieces, we'll say. Eleanor, on the other hand, manages to deftly dodge all the worms, and obviously they kind of just fall between the branches and scatter, heading all the way down towards Damal and Urbeck. But they don't aim for them, so they just kind of miss them or just bounce off them.
Just whiff past.
Yeah.
No.
Because of the nature of your heavy armor, it is difficult for you to remove them unless you remove your armor as well. Right?
And we've been down that track. Naked Sasha.
Attractive, but no good and bad.
However, they are currently not causing you any harm. Eleanor looks surprised and she attempts to kind of back the rest of them away from your clothes, I guess. Getting moist slime all over.
And you thought this episode's word was pistachio.
Lubricating your armor even more.
As they attempt to get into my armor,
Yes.
can I cast command,
Yes.
twin spell with a sorcery point,
Yes.
and say drop?
You can indeed. So mark off the spell.
Yep.
You realize they do not have enough sentience to follow your commands.
I Figured as
So
much,
yeah,
but it was worth
so
a
they
try.
don't react to your spell. By now, Damal has managed to climb up, and you see Sasha in kind of distress. One of her hands is holding his. She's grabbed onto a sword. Have you pulled it out? I guess you. So
Probably
much
not.
innuendo
It's not
today.
Arthur.
So you haven't pulled it. So you've just grabbed the hilt of the sword,
Yeah, and then got
the
it.
handle, yeah,
You
and
got
then
attacked by.
got attacked by cucumber worms. Damal, you are watching this. They have not changed their focus of their attention onto you. They are more focused on Eleanor and Sasha, who are closer to the center of the tree. What do you wish to do?
Can I see that there are some cucumbers trying to get into Sasha's armor?
Yeah.
Can I try and get them out?
You can. So you walk up.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get closer.
Yeah.
You see Eleanor trying to push them over. Obviously, she has
I
failed.
get the tip of one of my daggers and like stab one and like
Sure,
pull
make
it out
an
and
attack roll.
stab one and pull it out. Like gently. I'm not gonna get aggressive here.
While you still have to hit them, they're kind of like moving around. So, that's easy enough. Your dagger spears one of them easily. It kind of, we'll say, partially bursts it,
Yeah.
and then it stops. After a while, it stops wiggling, and
yeah.
then you manage
Like-
to extract. But that's the one that's trying to go down like the back of
Yeah.
her neck.
Yeah.
You did not see the one on her leg,
Okay.
so that one is already up her pant leg.
Did I miss any? Sasha, did I
Sasha
miss any?
knows, and she can feel them squirming around on
Talk
her
to me, Sasha.
on her thigh.
How can I help?
There's one by my leg.
Can I access it at all?
If you and Eleanor work together, you can get off the leg armor.
Correct. You
Right.
get it off faster if you cut the straps, otherwise you have to take time unbuckling.
Strap cutting is happening.
Strap cutting is happening. You pull out the same gooey knife that you're holding,
Yeah.
and you start cutting at her leg straps.
Yeah.
By now, we'll say Urbeck has made it up, so you're just peeking over the edge from where they are standing. You've
Like
made
a
it up.
meerkat.
Yeah, like a meerkat. You see a strange sight of Sasha and Damal attempting to cut through, not Eleanor and Damal attempting to cut through Sasha's armored plate leg.
Yeah.
Leg plates.
Yep. Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
sure.
Yeah.
Glowing sword.
You see a
Secret
glowing sword in
colours.
one of Sasha's hands. Okay. No,
Yep.
no reaction, nothing.
No.
Okay.
No.
You're just like, this is normal.
I'm like, nah, that must be a life cutter.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I would get both Sasha and Damal to make one dex check.
I want to tell Eleanor to grab something with her strong hand.
4.
What's my dex? Is it just my dex?
Yes, it's just dex bonus. It's your plus 5.
20.
20 is fine. A couple of new cucumbers from the branches above fling themselves at Damal. Damal ducks and weaves as she carefully cuts at Sasha's armor plate and is not hit by any of them. However, both Sasha and Eleanor are pelted with the cucumbers, and this time they hit towards your mouths.
Oh, I have an idea. Are we in combat? No.
No.
Excellent.
Now, you are still attached to your rope harness, which is fine. Make a climb check with your advantage, of course.
Plus climb check being
that's not gonna work.
dice plus.
It is. Is there a specific climb check, or is it just?
I would say it would probably be
Yeah, what is
athletics to me would make the most sense. Athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah, it's athletics or acrobatics, so you can just pick whatever you want, either the strength or
6.
total.
I rolled a 4.
Okay. Both you and Eleanor slip. Eleanor gives Damal a look of horror as she realizes that she's like losing her balance, and they both fall off the tree. Damal, you have one reaction to do. What do you wish to do?
What to save Demar? What to save Eleanor?
Well, both of them are falling off the tree. You know that they are tethered to the rope with their climbing harnesses.
Yeah.
What do you wish to do?
And each
Mm.
other.
Well, I'm gonna try and save Eleanor.
Alright. You reach out your arm and grab Eleanor. Make a strength check this time.
Oh my god, this is
Yeah.
awful. It's gonna be like, what's my strength?
It's the one that says -1 at
Yeah.
the top.
At 11, mate.
11. Surprisingly, you manage to grab Eleanor's hand.
Great.
You grab her hand and you prevent her from tumbling off the tree.
Yeah.
Sasha, however, is of course far heavier and harder to grip with
Yeah.
your strength, so lucky you didn't try. She falls off and her harness kind of snaps taut. Urbag, you must now roll a dexterity check.
Motherfuck. So it's just
Yeah,
Oh,
so it's just
it's
die
just a
roll plus your
dex
dex
roll.
bonus. Yeah,
plus my dex bonus.
yeah, your dex
Can
bonus.
Yeah, I might cast something soon.
So my dex bonus is +2.
Mm-hmm.
11.
11. That is good enough. Sasha barrels past you, narrowly missing you, but does not hit you on her way down. You hear her tumble off, and you do see the rope snap taut. She does take a little bit of damage from smashing against the side of the tree, which will be 6 points of damage, Sasha. But you do not fall all the way down to your death.
I'm like, are you good?
But with that,
Can I cast something first?
no, because your action was to
Catch.
catch
okay,
Eleanor.
sure.
Yep. And something does trigger when Sasha falls off.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Her grip maintained on the sword, I'm guessing you didn't let go. She pulls it off the tree, and there is a moment of silence as everything seems to freeze. Then,
Oh, it falls with you. Great.
something does. The tree itself begins to wither and rot. The wood underfoot, the three of you remaining on the tree, begins to crumble and splinter as the tree starts to die before your eyes. The squirming fruits shrivel and die at your feet, and in Sasha's case, in her pant leg. And from far below the tree, you hear the terrified and pained screams of 100 villagers. The tree has started to crumble and fall. So it's becoming like rotting wood.
I'm
underneath
calling
your feet.
the Pegasus.
Yeah.
Can I chuck 3 of us on it, or just?
It
her
will
and
only
Eleanor?
bear the weight of 2.
I'm
Otherwise
tiny.
it crashes. Yes, it will only bear the weight of 2.
Okay, well, I mean,
You have stuff.
I put Eleanor and him on it.
Okay.
I'm alright. I've
Is
got,
that what Urbag would just do? Jump on the Pegasus?
Take it, Eleanor.
I'm fine. I've got Ring of Feather Falling, so
Oh, you've got Ring of Feather.
yeah.
There
You guys,
Oh, you've got Ring of
Yeah.
Feather
Then
Falling.
you just cast it on all of us.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes.
I think it's
Or is it
personal.
individual?
yeah, it's just a
for
Ring
you.
of Feather
Yeah.
Falling. Yeah, it's for me. So I'm fine. That's why I was like, yeah.
Okay.
Those two on it.
Sasha is still dangling there by the harness and the rope. You can feel whatever the rope is attached to beginning to splinter and
Can I
break.
get to Sasha?
You can. So feather falling, it just slows your fall. So you're slowly falling. You can pass by Sasha, but it depends on what you want to, what you
the
wish
moment
to do.
you land on something, it stops.
Yeah.
So okay, here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
If I land on Sasha, can I cave of the mountebank and like teleport us down?
If you land on Sasha, I can
That
make it.
wouldn't matter because Sasha can do that herself too.
Oh, all right.
Yes, you can actually if you wish to do that.
I leave Sasha to her fate
Okay,
because
so
she's capable.
You slowly float down, so it's as if you are on your own personal elevator, just going
You're
down.
Mary Poppins
Yeah, you Mary
without
Poppins.
the umbrella.
Yeah.
I want the umbrella. It's happening.
Your ring turns into an umbrella.
Urbag and Eleanor leap upon the Pegasus, and you kind of just fly, watching these two, just in case Sasha dies or something.
Great. What?
Sasha, what do you wish to do?
We can't do anything on the Pegasus anyway because
You
commands
can,
it.
yeah, Damal commands it.
So we can't tell it to do anything.
Yeah, you can't tell it do anything, so we'll kind of float
I'm just
there.
gonna yell as I'm falling.
Yeah,
I'm
she
like,
can
obey
yell.
the commands of the small one.
I guess that would work.
There you go. Yes, you
I
can.
don't know that you want to do that.
It's only gonna last what, another 15 minutes.
Sasha, one hand gripping the sword, another hand gripping the rope, and you hear the splintering sounds of a broken tree. Sasha cuts the rope.
Of course you
And
do.
I'm gonna.
Of course you do.
And as I fall, I
Yeah.
subtly cast. Subtly.
Oh,
it's
wait a
important.
minute. Okay, yeah, you do that.
What do you mean, wait a minute? Wait a minute!
You swing your sword and you realize the sword passes harmlessly through the rope, cutting nothing.
Cutting nothing.
Cutting nothing.
Ah!
Then I wait till I fall.
It's this sort of bullshit.
You wait until you fall. So eventually the branch is attached to gives way. It starts to snap and crackle and it
Pop.
pops and then you start
As I fall,
falling.
it's really important that I subtly cast
Yeah.
Dimension Door.
You subtly cast Dimension Door
Yeah.
on your
And
way down.
As I'm falling, and
Yeah.
then I'm going to superhero land on the ground
Sure.
with my Dimension Door. So I basically fall, poof, poof, superhero landing on the ground.
Sure, you can do that. I
What,
guess
like
a
Black
Dimension
Widow
Door can always
landing?
appear like that
You're
way.
gonna flick your hair back and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen Black Widow yet?
No.
Ah, you could
Go watch Black Widow.
The bits of it were good. Bits of it were not so good.
That's a bit That's like most movies.
I don't know, there's some movies where bits of it are not good at all. And there is no good bit.
Are you just going to teleport yourself to the base of the tree?
Well, away from the base of the tree. so
Yeah,
the
where
branches don't
where
fall
nothing
on me.
falls on you. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you move yourself away from the base of the tree. You appear down with your superhero landing. No one is really around to stare at you and appreciate it. You do see the tree crumble and fall. What remains of those terrible fruits have started to kind of wither, and then when they land on the ground, they kind of just...
Turn into dust.
Well, no, they kind of just splatter all over from that height.
Like
They
raisins.
brown now.
No. So what I
Like
picture them as
grapes.
like overripe tomatoes
Oh yeah, they could be overlapped
Splattering?
tomatoes.
on
Yeah.
the ground because you know how they have that like real moist, yucky, fleshy effect.
Yeah, like when you watch something in slow motion
Yeah.
and just splatter on the ground.
You
Creating
spend way too much time with really, really overripe tomatoes. For some weird reason. Tell me your reason.
creating a disgusting puddle of slime and broken cucumber
Well,
at the bottom,
moist mess.
which Damar lands in because she has no control over the
of
horizontal
the ring?
movement of her feather fall. But obviously it doesn't really cause you any harm. You are still up in
Gross.
the air with your Pegasus. So Damar and Sasha on the ground. You are up in the air with your Pegasus and I don't know.
The temptation to tell the Pegasus to shit on you two is so strong. I don't know why. I instruct the Pegasus to land next to Sasha.
Landing next to Sasha, and I guess Damar walks over as well. At the bottom.
Wait. This is important. I say to Sasha, sick superhero landing.
Fist bump.
I just freaking roll my eyes. I'm just like, whatever.
Did you even have a dimension door to remaining to use?
Yeah.
Okay. At the bottom, you see the villagers.
I always have a dimension door for that.
For the
You
super-
see the villagers squirming and rolling on the ground in fetal positions.
Oh, yeah.
They seem to be in great pain and sadness, much like going off the sudden withdrawal of drugs. You see the forms of a few of them, including the Dwarven village leader that you previously identified or previously recognized because of his funny coat of leaves and all that. His form begins to shimmer and waver, his limbs flowing and ebbing and elongating, becoming thinner, and his skin changes into a thick, dark, grey,
Love.
almost hairless form. You recognize these from the creatures that kidnapped Urbag many months ago at the start of the adventure.
I wasn't there, so what
Do
happened?
they look drow-like at all?
No, they don't actually. Their faces take on an inhuman visage. Their dark eyes sit high upon their face, leaving no forehead. So kind of a little bit of a messed up grey alien. Our classic skinny, tall aliens.
Oh, Grace.
Yeah, Grace. Yes, there we go. As you look on in surprise, all of them appear to start sitting on the ground like they're not dead. They're crying in despair at having lost the peace and protection of the tree. What do you wish to do? They are leaving you alone. Like they are all.
So what are the aliens up to? The creatures up to?
Well, they appear to just be on the ground in sadness and in pain, but not
Okay.
all of them have changed into that form.
Hang on. So the villagers, some of them were those aliens.
Some of them appear to have turned into those creatures,
Okay.
and some of them remain as they were. Looking around, you see Bertha and Urbex's gnome kids. They appear as what they appear, but obviously they're still in pain and sadness.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to go up to Bertha and the gnome kids and be like, hey.
I'd like to get the fuck out of here.
So like, but I want to know what happened.
She looks up at you, and she does recognize you, so she doesn't like have amnesia or anything. She
Yeah.
recognizes you and says, Damal, you
Okay.
have freed us.
Yeah. Are you super miffed about that?
I am.
Demanded fuck all.
Hey, I did not. I provided a way for you not to fall, and I got them to the tree, and I got us out of the forest.
That's what I said. Fuck all.
I did fucking heaps.
What is your question?
Does this satisfy you, and how can we help?
She envelops you in a great hug, but you can tell that she is very, very sad. And she says, she says that she was once, because I'm making this up, a riverboat captain.
I do this to you all the time.
A riverboat captain. And she was kidnapped or taken, brought to this island against her will. She was fed these terrible fruits, which gave them a sense of peace and what was the correct word? Made them all pacifists.
Okay.
Okay.
But in a bad way.
In a bad way, because
Turns
it
out
was
she was-
against their will.
She was a riverboat captain.
Yeah.
Where she went from like dock to dock just slaying people. She was like a serial killer.
Well, she doesn't actually say that to Damar, if that were true.
I was a serial killer.
I'll be like, where
Riverboat
are the
captain.
kids' parents?
She
Like,
lets
what's
go
going
of you
on
at
here?
your question, and she says, please don't harm these kids.
Yeah.
I don't know where they have come from, but I have grown to be protective of them.
And you gonna look after them from here?
She says, I will look after them, and I will try to find their real parents.
That sounds fabulous.
She kind of glances at Urbeg, but no.
I'm like, they're not mine.
Maybe it's Urbeg, no one knows.
Okay, I
Well,
try and speak with one of
actually,
those
maybe it
grey
is her
things too.
Oh, before she does, she explains to you what those grey things are.
Ooh.
She says that most of the people here have been brought here against their will.
Right.
The ones that have changed into those grey things, they have consumed so many fruits and been here for so long that the tree has turned them into these new forms. Outsiders to the world that they once belonged to.
Will enough life? Will they be able to sustain life in the village if they choose to live here?
Well, she doesn't know because she doesn't know whether their life is tied to the tree or not. Like whether they'll die once the tree dies. She does say, however, the lucky ones like herself have not changed because that they have not been here for as long as these other people have been. She's not sure how long she's been here though.
Alright, cool.
She says the fruits of the tree keep them subdued and peaceful, like non-violent. That is why that they didn't really bother to carry any weapons or anything.
Amazing.
Um,
I'm done.
do you wish to talk to the other ones or?
My investigation's over.
Okay. She does point out that the leader of the village elder, Wiseman, the one who's like on the ground there, like he's a grey thing. If anything, he would know or have answers to what's really going on here.
Okay, I'm not done.
Yeah.
Sasha takes Eleanor over to him.
Yeah.
To question him.
Sure.
Ask him what he knows.
He looks at you, tears in his weird looking eyes.
Hey, you can't weird looking eyes.
You're a formless
He's a being.
being.
And he looks at you. I won't say in anger because he's not angry that the tree died. Okay, he just looks at you very sadly because you just killed his wonderful, wonderful tree. The tree of peace.
And minus free will.
minus free will. You realize now that the tree of life, if that term was actually brought up in game, didn't actually mean life, but it meant giving you a new life from your past life.
I don't think it ever did get brought up in game.
Probably not. It was probably the episode
was the
title.
episode
it was
title.
never mentioned what the tree was.
It was the tree of life.
It was a tree of life. Well, at least that's what they called it.
Cool.
I guess the sword's called Life Cutter. The sword is still in your hand. It is glowing. It is warm. However, it does not react in any way, aside from the weird thing that you notice where it wouldn't damage the rope at all.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. We can discuss that later. Talking to the old man, I ask him how long he's been here for.
He looks at you. Make a persuasion roll.
I'm gonna wiggle my ring as I do so.
Sure.
Lots. 18 plus that gives me...
Is your ring how many attempts a day?
It is... I'm pretty sure it's 3 attempts.
3 attempts a day?
227.
3 times per day.
Cool. What is your total?
It is 25.
You persuade him to answer your questions, and he says he has been here for at least 300 years.
300 years!
He's a dwarf though. Dwarves have long lifespans.
What's
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They're swag as hell.
swag?
These are all non-human. In fact, gnomes live pretty long as well. Maybe
I don't think so.
they could.
They're magical creatures.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if they do. I think gnomes are only like 70 years.
Yeah, no,
No, I thought that was halflings.
Nah, halflings is like 40 years.
Halflings 40 years. Okay.
Halflings are fucked up.
Definitely, dwarves are one of the more longest lived races. He's been here for quite a while. He answers you about 300 years, according to his estimation.
Oh shit! They can live 350 to almost 500 years.
Elderly, 750 years. Oh, no, that's... sorry, 3.
Gnomes is 200 to 400.
Oh, that's pretty high as well.
Wow, I got a lot of drinking to do.
And a lot of children to make.
Mine's
And raise.
750.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Make. lots of child support to pay.
Lots of child support food. But you have to remember, you're an adventurer. Your 1 gold coin, like,
the
feeds
rest of
them
their lives.
feeds them for a couple of months.
Yeah.
You're rolling in it.
Yeah,
so.
you're rolling in it anyway.
How many other people have you tried to convert?
He looks around and he says, "It was not my doing," but he says basically all of them. Everyone, one of us. If you hadn't meddled, we would have had that one over there. He points at the mouth.
What?
Had a medal.
If they hadn't meddled,
Oh, yeah.
they would have had you join them.
I would have been freed by
Do the people in the red cloaks work for you?
He looks
were they a
confused
third party?
and he
It was
asks
it was a
you-
red cloak, wasn't it?
Yes, we'll say
I'm pretty
red
sure-
is the answer. Yeah.
I'm pretty.
Oh, the people with the masks.
Right at the start, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
they were wearing masks and red cloaks.
He asks
But
you.
that's me fucking pulling shit out of my head.
Yeah, we'll say it's that because it's been a while. Even I forgot.
Hey, follow. Thanks
We
for
will say
following.
that they did wear red clothes. He looks confused at you and he says, "Where have you seen these people?"
I point to Urbag
Yeah.
and say we had an incident where he had been captured and was tried to forcibly be fed a cucumber.
I wave.
And we managed to free him just in time in X town that I can't remember the name of.
Freeport.
Was it Freeport?
That was Freeport. It
I
was
think
still
it was
Freeport.
Freeport.
Of course, it was Freeport. It was the
It's always
three.
Freeport.
It was
Was it a
Freeport.
dungeon in Freeport?
But
I
It
remember
wasn't
being
dungeon.
like-
They went under the gentleman's club.
Oh,
I
and
thought
yeah.
it was somewhere else because we were fucking around with those
Yeah.
other characters. in the-
definitely
It was-
under the
It
It
gentleman's
was
club.
definitely
Yeah.
Freeport.
Oh, there was definitely a gentleman's club. I remember
Yeah,
that.
it was definitely Freeport because that was where he was caught.
Was I there? No.
You were there.
You were there.
No, but like me.
Yeah,
Oh,
you were there.
man, I
That
don't-
was first episode. He looks hesitant at answering or realizing what you're talking about, but because of your high persuasion, he tells you that sounds like the followers of the witch Sathona.
Sathona.
She once ruled this island, but she was summoned away to do the bidding of someone else.
Ooh. She's working for the guy with the boats.
Maybe.
Maybe. Wouldn't make sense
Good
though,
thought.
but it would maybe.
Like,
do you wish to ask him?
like,
Yeah, I was going to ask him where do the sea cucumbers come from? Do they the cucumbers come from? Do they come from Sathona?
whoa, holy shit.
Make a persuasion roll.
We just
Unless
got
you wish
raided.
to be intimidating.
Yeah, sup guys
Hello everyone.
and ladies.
Hope from wherever you're from you
And
are
everyone
safe
else.
and healthy.
We're down in New Zealand.
We're down in New Zealand.
Just 8, man.
Where are you?
8 on
Oh,
persuasion.
Yeah.
Follow us, all the
Uh,
follows.
He doesn't answer your
basically
question.
doesn't exist.
But he does seem like he's hiding something.
Yeah, no, yeah, it does.
He is
That-
afraid of you.
Pretty much.
Afraid of
Humble
me.
brag.
He's afraid of you specifically.
Can I intimidate?
He doesn't care about you can, but in what way? Like, what do? Do you just
Be like-
look intimidating?
We must know. And I like pull out my knife.
You can.
What do you mean you get to lurk and we don't know? We know. I know.
9. With
Total
Nothing.
Intimidation?
intimidation. It should be
The D&D
Oh, yeah,
is way
just
too
9.
strong.
Just 9.
We're not slaying.
Not slaying at the moment.
Nah, it's a convoluted story of
We
intrigue
Presently,
and
we're in
mystery.
a mystery moment. We're trying to figure out what's happened in
We
the
killed
past.
sea cucumbers.
Yeah,
Lots
there's
of
lots of
hundreds of
moist
them.
cucumbers.
Killed a giant tree.
That
Yeah,
counts.
yeah.
It-
And we got a sword that doesn't cut anything.
but it's glowing and amazing.
Hmm.
And these cucumbers have tried to invade
America
our
and the
bodies.
UK.
So
Wow, all over the place.
we're investigating.
Oh wow!
presently.
Thank you guys, and thank you for all the follows.
Wise man is afraid of you, but he's far more afraid about who he's trying to protect.
We are in beautiful New Zealand.
So he does not answer your question at the moment.
Sasha, can you get an answer out of this dude, please? I'd love to know where these things come from.
So many follows, man.
What can I do
If-
to make myself more intimidating?
If I can be cheeky,
Yeah, plug it.
can you sub to the YouTube, please? We want to get a vanity URL, and we don't have many people that like us.
Can you give them the link?
No, it's the link's there.
The link's there.
Yeah,
Cool.
the link's there.
Should be there.
Please
Wow. Yeah, if you go through to the Twitch channel, the YouTube link is underneath the screen. And yes, no, we are in beautiful New Zealand. Sorry to divert from the story.
That's fine. I'm waiting for Shay to tell me what Sasha's gonna do.
Man, always
so-
continue the D&D raid.
Sasha is going to subtly cast Prestidigitation
Mm-hmm.
to make faint musical notes,
Sure.
menacing notes,
Menacing
sound
Okay.
Menacing
as she
melodies.
says, "Tell us everything you know."
About
What were you asking about?
About
So I have to know
Sathona
where-
and the cucumbers and where they're
Sathona, the cucumber tree.
from. And where they're from.
Make a roll of intimidation.
Whoa.
Do I get advantage because of my cool musical notes?
No.
Menacing melodies. I've given it a name.
17.
So it's 12
17.
degrees outside, but
17. He does not reveal the source of the tree. You kind of guess that he is not sure where the trees come from. Like, to him, it's always been there. But he does answer you on your other question. He says angrily, well, like, he's starting to get angry now because of your questions.
Yeah, we don't care.
He says,
Fight him. Fight him.
if you really want to know, go and search Sathona's house or hut at the edge of the village.
Whoa. Are we gonna
You'll
diverge?
find more answers there than you can from me.
diverge.
Well, all characters make an insight
Sorry,
check.
I also have a
Insight.
Yeah.
question. Because that sword's called Life Cutter.
Yeah.
Can we try and cut the tree?
Oh, the tree has
The
a pretty
tree's
much
gone.
Oh, the tree's gone.
rotted away and
Okay.
destroyed.
Trees-
There's just a heap of
trees
sawdust and moist cucumber skin.
A massive 8.
I got 13.
I'm insightful.
13, 8, and...
Lots.
Oh, you got lots.
24.
24 is
20.
not enough.
Wow. Okay.
He's hiding something on his person. He's trying to avoid you getting close to him,
Yeah.
especially you.
Can
So it's like
I
trying
perceive
to
what it might
avoid
be?
you. Well, you can go a perception check, but if it's something you can't see, then you probably won't see it.
Alright, nat 20, baby.
Nat 20, you can't tell. It's probably like in his pockets,
You
his
see
clothes.
straight through his clothes.
He could be hiding it in his
Want
undies.
to.
You're not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know he's hiding something
Yeah.
on his person.
I'm just
In his
gonna
undies.
run up to him and grab him and tackle him to the ground. No.
He's already on the ground crying like a
Is he?
baby. He's just
Well,
lost
he's still-
his entirety of his
He's
existence.
still
I don't
on
give
the
a-
ground, but
I
I
don't give a
love. I would like to describe what has just happened.
I'm just like,
Can I describe what has happened?
Sure.
Okay, so Damal runs up on this poor village elder
Who's lost
it's so
the will to
so
live.
who's
loud.
lost the will to live because
Doesn't even
he's-
have his own form anymore.
He doesn't have his own form anymore. He's lost the will to live. He's probably lost some form of sustenance because they were feeding on these weird fruits.
I don't want to
Yeah.
kill him.
You're about to.
No, fucking kill him. I'm
His
really nice about it.
favorite plant tree has just died. Damal runs up heroically and she tackles him onto the ground. The two of them roll around in the
Go.
goo and slime from the smashed flesh-covered moist
my
flesh-covered
God.
cucumbers, and they start rolling around. What does Damal wish to do? Are you restraining him or are you searching him?
I'm searching him.
So you kind of tear off whatever he's wearing
Wow.
and you search.
Ow!
You search. I guess his
Is
clothes.
he wearing
his clothes,
anything? No,
well,
his
he was
clothes
wearing his
vanished.
dwarven clothes, but now that he's changed into a skinny grey
How's he
looking.
hiding? Is it in
alien.
his anus?
Well, we'll just say in his undergarments. There's a pocket there.
There's a pocket in his
It's not.
undergarment.
It's not.
Is that his prison pouch?
I was gonna
prison
say
wallet.
it's not a prison wallet.
Well, he doesn't live in a prison, so he doesn't need a prison wallet.
God.
Prison of his soul, Shay.
I won't bother making you roll a perception or search check because eventually you'll find it. And you do. Wrapped neatly in his secret pocket.
Secret in his underwear.
You
I
find
apologize to
a-
the whole stream.
you find a wrapped up note.
I get
Oh.
the note.
She gets a secret note. The rest of you notice this and you're like, what's she doing? Why is she manhandling this
You printed out a note?
sad village elder?
Okay.
Sometimes there are
I
notes.
am straight
Sometimes
up.
there are puzzles.
I'm straight up like,
Yeah.
what the hell, Damal?
You see Damal rolling around. She's
Jamal's
covered-
like, I got a thing! Wait.
I'm like, wait, what?
Let's head to Sathona's house.
Eleanor looks horrified at your treatment of this obviously grieving former dwarf elder. We'll say he's a senior.
So real quick to catch up the people
Yeah.
that are here who might not have had the backstory or the chance to get a backstory. We're on a quest at the moment. We've done the first part, which was get to get the Vambraces of the Deep, which summons like
You've
a
just
draconic
done the
turtle,
yeah, a
turtle,
dragon turtle. Yeah,
an undead dragon turtle,
which
and then,
acted as their submarine.
yeah, so it was a submarine to get to this island. When we got to the island, there was a tree with fruit in it that we've seen before because there were some dodgy guys that tried to shove the fruit down my throat at some stage. We figured out basically that the fruit is like a mind control thing.
It's a life reset.
It's a life reset.
Life reset.
Yeah, and it made you really, really peaceful
Yeah.
and non-violent.
Yeah. And so we went to the source of the fruit and we've brutally removed the source of the fruit by pulling a sword out of a tree. And then all the people that were under the effects are now no longer under the effects. Some of them that were under the effects for too long have turned into like
They've turned into strange
strange
otherworldly creatures.
beings.
Yep.
Look like greys.
I've got
like
my next
alien
actions.
Greys. So
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
we want to go to Sathona's house, which is the witch.
I'm like, hang on.
Hang on.
Sasha, just wait. I have a thing.
You've got a thing. What's the thing?
Okay. So
No, what is it?
excuse me.
Sorry.
So
Sasha ignores her.
while Eleanor looks in
Starts
horror,
walking towards the
I'm like,
house.
oh my god,
Because
do you want
as far
to
as
go
she
the
can-
right direction?
While
Look,
she's
no.
doing what she's doing,
yeah, as far as she
Sasha's
saw.
actually going to go help the old man.
No, I'm not.
Oh no, after no, she's
I,
done it.
I pull up the old man.
Yeah, she's seen.
I hold his hand. I walk him to Sasha.
Yeah.
I make sure he's holding my hand. I give this to Sasha, so Sasha can read it.
Wait, so you're still holding the old man's
Yeah.
hand? Okay, this is after Damal has had her hands in his undies and whatever his clothes were.
What would Crown McNugget think?
What would
Well,
Crown
he
McNugget
abandoned me,
think?
so fuck him.
He didn't.
No,
You
he
asked him to escort some orcs back home.
Yeah.
Uh,
You sent
he
him
was
has
away.
he done his job?
You don't know yet.
Well, fuck him.
No, he's
He hasn't reported back. I'm mad now.
We're on a magical island in the middle
I don't
of...
care.
Damal hands Sasha a note that she found on Wise Man's alien body.
Oh, we're all reading the note.
Do you want to read it out loud?
It's up to
So we're all read it, so I'll read it out loud.
No, you haven't read it. Urbeg doesn't know.
Urbag doesn't know? Okay. Fucking, I'll just eat it. Wise man, she comes for the tree and will not be alone. Oh, we can't read this to Eleanor though, right?
You're reading it out loud, but it's as if you were reading it, not at Eleanor, not reading out loud in game.
Oh, I'm reading
Okay,
it.
so
out
Urbag
of
is
game.
not
Yeah,
reading it
for
out.
No,
in
I'm
game,
reading it
sure.
out of game. Okay.
Okay,
Wise
as long as you know
man,
it.
she comes for the tree and will not be alone. Her protectors must be fed from the tree of life. Only then will they speak with one voice. Do not be concerned about undue casualties. They will not be missed. The child not to be harmed. When you have secured the target, send word and directives to proceed will be issued. Our work is important. We will be free. Obey and be rewarded.
Can we convince the old man to
And
say
then-
that
Does it
target
have
is
the,
good?
does it have the picture on it
What picture?
of the hand?
Does it have that
That is
picture?
exactly what you have received.
There's a picture.
Can I
And it
roll a
looks like
history
that.
to see
Look,
if I
it's an
recognize
actual
that sign?
printed
Roll.
note. Look at that crap.
I want my note back.
No.
I want my note back.
Yeah, okay.
9.
What's-
I know shit.
Have we
We've seen that
it
before. Yes, we have. I remember.
You don't know what the symbol means, so you don't you don't remember, or you
I
don't.
remember.
Your
It was,
knowledge.
it was on the High Lord Elf guy in the city. Was it not?
No, but because it's been many
So excited.
because it's been many
It's a
episodes
mystery.
and your characters or you have admitted that you remember them.
Episode 22.
The Black Eye
Yeah.
has been described to you on your journey between Freeport and Kellenor, where they said that there were strange men or a group with that symbol, and they were slowly going around killing various priests and clerks. That's when
Is
you
the black arrows in the tree?
yes related to that.
Yeah,
So
okay.
you recognize that description without the hand, just that black eye from the what has happened before. So your
Yeah.
characters would know. I won't withhold that from you. So you kinda recognize it. You don't know the meaning. You have asked about it before. I'm not sure whether the guy in Bandit's Rest gave you a hint. I can't remember. would have
I
to-
propose subterfuge.
I
have
will
to-
pass the
yeah.
note to Eleanor.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Oh.
legit.
You are letting Eleanor read that note.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, Eleanor reads the note. Her eyes widen in surprise, and she kind of looks regretful that she has dragged all of you into this, because that clearly outlines that you are meant to either be slaves or just
She's
killed
the target,
outright.
yeah.
She's target, and by association, you are in danger as well. She seems disturbed and quite sorry that she's brought you into this.
After she has read the note,
Because it was the last thing. Sorry, it was the last thing she wanted to do. That's why she left her city, to not bring trouble upon her family and her father. So yeah. Okay, what do you wish to
Can
do?
we mislead this person that's subterfuge? Like, can we describe? Can we like?
we can't trick them. We've
Why not?
just killed the world. We've
But we can
killed-
pretend the target's secured.
we've
We can
just-
like walk off into the
But you don't know
underbrush.
who is the contact.
We've just killed their world.
You've just killed. They would come and
Hey,
say,
look,
"What's the
okay,
tree date?"
okay,
Yeah.
Hear me out. No, hear me out. Hear me out. So,
No.
when
What?
when you have secured the target,
Yeah.
send word and directives to proceed will be issued.
Okay.
So they could say they've secured the target and they've left the target in a place in the bush. They can send word
Yeah.
and tell them where the target is.
Yeah, but Wiseman's not a dwarf anymore.
He's not
So?
dwarf anymore.
Just casually.
Yeah.
Wiseman.
Yeah.
Who gave you this note?
I can turn myself into him.
Oh yeah, because you've seen him before.
Yeah.
Persuasion.
Persuasion. It will be lots. 7 plus lots is 20.
The witch I serve, of course.
Sathona?
Yes.
Oh, Sathona gave you this note. Is she here?
No, she has left the island.
Okay,
How
we're
do you
gonna go
send
to Sergio's house. Oh yeah, that too. How do you send word?
He says we have a magical ritual that use the tree and its fruit to send word
Damn.
directly to Satona.
Well, that's not gonna work.
And he looks at you hatefully. She will know that the tree is dead and your lives are now forfeit.
Bugger.
Sasha will turn to him and say, well,
Oh, no, quick question.
well, clearly they will forfeit anyway,
Quick question.
Yes.
and walk off.
I pull out my rapier.
Yeah.
I casually prick my finger.
Yeah.
Do I bleed?
Yes.
Idiot.
Do the if I prick them, do they bleed?
Don't stab strangers
No,
while
I-
Eleanor's there, you animal.
You cannot phrase this as an if because I cannot give you an answer to an if. So it's either you do it as an experiment.
I'm like to the outer. I'm like, look, we need to experiment something. Hold out your finger.
No,
Oh no, I'm holding his hand, so I like jab one of his fingers real lightly.
You jab on his fingers enough to cut flesh.
No, like
Sadist.
tiny, like like
I
I'm
just
holding
want to see
him
if we
even,
can kill him.
Yeah.
and
He's
I'm just
being a
like
cunt.
dink.
Yeah, you feel resistance as you try to poke his hand. With,
Oh, and I can't.
What I mean you can't?
Can I make him bleed or not?
Yeah, do you want to?
Are you gonna cut off the man's finger?
No, I'm-
Are you
fucking
Take
No,
a
the
finger.
question is right now you're just poking skin, but you
Yeah.
haven't pierced the skin yet. Are you going to try? That's my question. Are you going to try?
Do we want to do it to such an important figure, or do we want to
You
find
You don't
someone
want to do it
that's
at
not-
all because Eleanor is watching and Eleanor is influenced by our
I don't-
decisions.
Ah.
I'm sure you're
Every
saying-
decision we make, it affects the storyline of
I'm
what
doing it.
happens to her at
I'm
the
doing
end.
I'm
You
doing it.
fucking monster.
How much pressure are you going to use? I just going to...
Just cut his finger off. If you're gonna do it properly. Cut
Yeah.
his whole finger
No,
off.
I just want to see if he bleeds. Like,
Just slice.
no. Like pinprick, tiny amount.
How do I do this?
I'm like a.
Yeah, I won't make
attack
you
roll?
roll. I
No,
won't
no,
make
no,
you
it's
roll.
gonna- it's gonna be
No,
an
but
attack
I
roll.
won't make her roll to go oops.
No, the attack roll determines if she gets what she wants.
But it's not necessarily an
Like
attack
how-
roll though. She's
No, but it's how
it's
how
just a
precise.
damage roll.
It's how precise her skill is.
Yeah, but if she does a
to
damage,
do.
if she does a damage roll,
Yeah.
or if she rolls and she gets a 20, she manages to prick him and nothing else. But the lower that she gets,
the
the
more of
more
his
damage.
finger,
The
the
more
more of his
like
finger
a reverse
she
roll,
destroys.
because you still want to always get a 20. You need
I'm
So you want
chaotic
okay? So this
evil,
is
like,
more like a
this shit
precise
is
roll.
me.
Yeah.
Okay, make an attack roll. Well, there are like difficulty ratings.
Fucking
so-
5.
No,
Right.
plus that.
Yeah, there's a
Plus
plus
that.
that.
Alright, 15.
Yeah. Okay, 15.
It's only 3 fingers.
Oh,
you
Jay.
poke
You're
down
not
to
the
the
GM.
bone accidentally.
He bleeds out.
I reckon I just slash him.
It's an artery.
Accidentally.
After being
You,
pierced, he
you cut
goes.
into him. Your blade cuts easily through his flesh. Obviously, you don't go all the way through or not bone, but you do cause a little bit of damage, and he begins to bleed.
I
His
wrap
blood
it.
is red.
I wrap
He
out.
screams in pain
Yeah.
at your stabbing.
He's no longer protected, guys. Also, I wrap up his wound.
Oh, so yeah, no, okay, so protection's casually not a thing anymore. That's what I was trying to test.
Yeah, I know. That's why I did what I did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Protection's not a thing anymore because the tree's dead.
I was trying to do it subtly.
I'm not
just throwing
subtle.
it out there.
He
Demal is
screams
not
and
subtle.
clutches at his arm. Blood begins to stream down.
I stop
Eleanor
it.
looks at
I
you
just wrap it.
horrified at your
I'm
actions.
like, don't worry, Eleanor, and I just wrap it. It's fine.
And you wrap up his thing.
He's screaming. Oh, okay.
Sasha really walked
Well,
away.
I mean, you just kind of stabbed him with a knife. Just slowly. It's worse when it's slow.
Well, it was a test because we needed to know that we could still damage things currently on the island.
With that done, what do you wish to do?
Plus, I'm
He
excited
screams
to see how the story
horrified.
goes.
After you wrap up his arm, he kind of like shakes free and he runs off
Yeah,
in
fine.
a random
don't need
direction
him.
Yeah, okay. No.
to safety at your torture.
Let's go find the house. We're going to Sathona's house? You're already walking towards
I
Sathona's
walked
house.
away.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
Bring that.
before any of the cutting.
I sat there because I wanted to see if what I thought was happening.
I already knew that cutting them wasn't going to...
Yeah, but before we couldn't cut them.
Where were they getting their power from?
Yes, but I was
The worms.
No, but I was
The
confirming.
worms.
Yes, but I
If
was.
the worms don't exist,
Yeah.
neither does their power.
Look, I understand.
You know what holds the power?
I don't think anyone cares anymore. Can we go after the
Life
go to
code.
the house?
I want to point out at this stage that my intelligence modifier is a +1.
That is smarter than most people.
That is smarter than most people, like most peasants.
Well, look, that's fine. Anyway,
My intelligence modifiers.
-1.
No, you're smart.
You're smart.
You're smart.
Yeah.
You're 14. You're +2.
Yeah,
Wow,
but
super
like
smart.
I'm also chaotic evil, so I just stab things to see. if
Oh
they
yeah,
do.
you're still evil. So, that, in fairness, though, that's character.
Oh,
Sure.
I'm not
Very
disagreeing it's
character.
character, but you do it when Eleanor's not watching.
If you're chaotic evil, though, do you?
Bertha also shields the eyes of the two gnome children
just
at the
do it.
sight of your
The gnome children just watch.
at the sight of your undue cruelty.
You guys are
Oh
See-
come on! I
Look, well,
just
hey,
stabbed them
no,
a little bit.
I'm not a monster. I did it to myself.
You're just sadistic.
Yeah, but you were never immune to the damage.
Everyone within view who is now freed from the
Whoops.
influence of the tree and the fruit, they kind of look at Damal with great horror and
I can't help
indignation.
myself. Like I
Which
was
is
supposed
fine,
to
which
change
is
my
fine,
alignment, but there's no way
Which
that
is
this
fine.
happening.
I still can't believe we're running around with a chaotic evil. I keep forgetting.
With that, you make your way to the edge of the village and you find the most simple and average looking hut that you could find. Strangely, it's not opulent or anything, it's just a simple hut.
We should burn it.
Investigate.
What?
Investigate.
Investigate.
I wish to investigate.
Can we? Oh, should we check for traps?
You can.
You-
You are
have
the
you got
trap
to check-
checker.
Detect magic.
I've got that shit.
Magic.
I have detected magic.
Can you
You
detect
make
for the
house.
magical
I
traps because it's a
detect
witch?
for the magic. Magic.
Magic.
I detect. I detect.
Magical
the traps.
detection. Does it detect through how thick a wall?
Detect magic.
Yeah.
Magic detect. For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic. You learn its School of Magic, if any. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, 3 feet of wood or dirt.
You detect something magical within the hut.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't tell, but it is something small.
Something small.
Or
I focus on it.
yeah, like it's a bunch of small things, but one part of that pile glows. Can you tell intensity?
I can tell what type of magic.
Yeah.
So what is the form or school of magic?
It's a mix of different schools. You think that they are magical items.
Magical items are
So
stored
it's not-
in the house.
It's not in the in like a shape of a trap or a spell or anything.
It's in a chest in the house.
Yeah, there we
is
go.
a box of magical items.
Can
I
you tell
wish-
intensity?
I cannot tell intensity. I
You
can
cannot
sense
tell
an
intensity.
aura.
Man,
Yeah.
free magical items
What?
can be incredibly impulsive, which can cause some severe.
Did you
case
just
of-
write that now?
No, it's printed.
Oh, it's printed. That means it's canon now. It is.
Oh no, that was in there from when I
Well done.
when I made that. It's from when we made that character sheet.
Well done.
That was always in there.
Can be impulsive. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Okay. Yeah.
I cast knock on. Oh, wait, no,
Before
no,
you
I
cast
checked.
lock, can I
what-
please eat the lock?
Do we want to just
I
check
really
the
just wanna
door
eat the
handle
lock.
first?
The door is not locked. Apparently,
Ah.
there's just like a simple stick going through the thing. You can tell, however, from the dust and cobwebs that this place has not been opened in a while.
Man, we opened the door.
At
Right.
least a
I'm not
couple
gonna
months.
eat any locks today.
Like I said, opening the door, you find yourselves in a very simple wooden hut. There's a bed cot at the corner, a small stove, cooking stove. The fireplace is bare, like there's some ashes in there, but it hasn't been used. There are a couple of bits of furniture, nothing too special, and a trunk at the foot of one of the beds.
Man, is that where all the loot is? Is it in that trunk?
We'll say yes, it is for
It's up to
simplicity.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Look
Yeah,
in-
so he
look
sees
in the
something in the
trunk.
trunk.
Man, I don't want just Sasha to look in the trunk because last time Sasha just looked in the trunk, they got all the loot.
What?
So.
Was there another chunk?
Sasha got a book.
Yeah, and that
Nobody
orb.
reads books.
And that orb.
What orb? Oh, no, Sasha
No, that
was
wasn't
on her
a
own.
chunk though. They went and ambushed some guy and
Yeah.
then they
We
stole
stole
it.
that.
Yeah,
I
they stole
want this loot to be shared.
Was that the orb that almost killed us all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
burning one?
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
the one
Yeah.
that burnt a hole in the
In the
floor.
wall.
The
of
one that
the
is
inn.
placed with the person who's least likely to destroy everybody with it.
Not me.
Me? Batman. It's with Batman.
Who opens the chest and loots?
We open the chest.
We all open the
You
chest.
all open the chest.
We all stand around the chest. Is the chest locked?
No.
Ah, sick.
Collectively looking at the Pulp Fiction glow from the box.
Can we see anything in this chest?
Yeah.
We've opened it.
You see little bits and things of personal items. You see bags of coin and a couple of bits of jewelry. You do notice a wand, a scroll, and something in a very carefully wrapped up oil skin, we'll say pouch. But it's about that size.
I
I go for
slate,
the oilskin pouch.
I slate the coins and the jewelry.
It's impossible with the three of you, we'll say four, just staring at the chest. Like it, sometimes it's just impossible. You can't slide it. Like if you were blocking them, maybe, but you're all three peering into it.
Oh.
I'm like, I'm
I
just gonna.
I grab them anyway.
Who grabs what?
I would like to see what's in the oilskin.
So I'm gonna
pouch.
discard 5 things here.
Yeah.
Pouches of coins.
Yeah.
Some jewelry.
Yeah.
A wand, a scroll, and something wrapped up in
I'm going for the pouch, man.
a pouch, a large pouch.
I go for the money and the jewelry. That's what I do.
Wand and scroll then.
So money and jewelry. You're just
Yeah.
keeping it all for yourself.
Fuck yeah.
Can I not have some?
No.
Screw you.
You wanted the pouch. That's
Can
your
I just be
problem.
like pouch coins?
No.
I've got
no,
2
no,
hands.
No. No.
That's rude. I've got
Yeah.
2 hands.
No.
And you're not the deal.
How many coins did I get?
Do they know or do you know? Do you want them to know?
I know.
We can see how many you
I
grabbed.
need it for the summary.
You need
That's
to
sweet.
But I can keep it.
Sure,
close.
in game, I guess Urbek keeps it to himself
Yeah.
if he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
100%.
Okay. 100%.
We'll throw things at you.
Educated
Hey,
rodents
you
is watching.
you got to grab first.
That's
Yeah,
true.
you technically you
don't-
got the
don't
first
just
pick.
jump in.
Yeah, you got the first pick. So these things are known only to yourself. Obviously, you can see that Sasha has grabbed the wand and the scroll.
Yeah, yeah.
You will know what the scroll does, but not the wand.
No,
Yeah.
I can read the scroll if
You
it's
can read
in,
the scroll.
if it's in a language.
The
I
scroll is a
understand.
scroll of greater restoration. In case you don't need to bother looking it up because I've got notes here. It lets you undo a debilitating effect. You can reduce a target's or one of these effects. You can reduce the target's exhaustion level, or end one of the following useful effects. You can end the effect of charm, petrify, curse, a reduction to ability scores, and a reduction to hit point maximum. So it's a really useful spell for bad status effects.
to use immediately.
You have no idea what the wand does. Urbek, on the other hand, you find 750 gold pieces, so you have to write that down in your character sheet.
Fuck yeah.
In various coins from different kingdoms. So not standard currency, but specific from different kingdoms. It'll take you a while to identify
God,
them,
I also
I
think.
guess, because
Various coins.
yeah, if you want to, you can go through them and see what your loot, where your loot has come from. It might provide some form of information. You also find 3 pieces of silver and gemstone jewelry, and they are each worth 100 gold pieces apiece. So 3 pieces, each worth 100 gold, as far as you can appraise. But then again, we know the legend of your appraisal and haggling.
Emeralds, anyone?
Fucker.
That was the best
That
fucking
was the
troll.
worst.
Best troll. You didn't fucking do anything. God, that was good.
The Mal finds the more interesting, or well, so far the most interesting thing. She finds wrapped up in that pouch a very shiny looking dagger.
Whoa, I like them.
The blade of it looks like a purple tooth. Were you there for the adventure?
Purple tooth.
Was the Mal there when the Kraken attacked us?
Yes.
The Mal, to you, it looks like The blade of the dagger is fashioned from the tooth of a mighty kraken. And it's obviously steeped in the magic essence of this ancient leviathan. I will give you the dagger's name. It is called Silencer.
Ooh.
For its actual abilities, I would have you either stumble upon and use them or get them identified magically at the shop somewhere.
Is it an attuned item? Is it an attuned item?
It is not an attuned item.
I was going to say, because she can learn that when she attunes to it.
Yeah. It is not an attuned item.
I would like to roll a knowledge. It doesn't really matter because they're all +3. I would like to roll a knowledge about the coins.
You would like to roll knowledge about the coin.
A knowledge finances.
Knowledge finances. Yeah.
Hello.
What would that be?
History.
History?
It'll be history. Yeah.
Oh, 18.
18. You realize that a lot of the coins, they do bear symbols of kingdoms that exist towards the north and the west of your world. Northwest. And a lot of them, they depict more human type stylings, like so not elven or dwarven make.
Oh, okay.
More human type kingdoms.
I proclaim, human coins from the northwest.
And the west. The north and the west.
And now your
North
friends know
and
that you
west.
have taken all the coin.
Well, yeah. But they don't know how much it is.
I hit you.
What?
I hit you.
Don't hit me.
I hit you.
Why?
Because I'm jealous.
You got a sweet sounding dagger.
I still hate you.
The sweet sounding dagger is
But I'm
probably
like-
worth way more than... Wait, why are you counting and rolling dice?
Probably. I'm giving a random roll.
Oh.
The last person to pick up something from the box. Strangely, I just random Urbag, although I would think Urbag's the first one. He also picks up the last thing, uncovering a second note.
Another note.
Hey, while all this is happening, can I ask Sasha something?
Yeah.
Hey, Sasha,
can
can I
always
have my
ask
stuff back?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Great, good. Now I'm glad
Your
we're
pet
done.
rat is overjoyed to be reunited
I'm like,
with his
I'm
master.
like Ratty. We're like having
Yes.
hugs and bonding.
Slits
Ratty.
his throat.
No, I can't.
You
Kill
left
I
me.
can't kill another one.
Is your rat's name Remy?
Sure.
There was a tiny cucumber prepared for
Ratatouille.
rat.
Really?
I
hope so.
found a note. I'm gonna read the note.
Yeah. Me and my
In-game.
rat are listening.
In game, I'm gonna read the note. So the note says, "My spies tell me that the child lives in Freeport. The easiest way to find her is to convert one of the city's notable protectors to our side.
Oh.
I have made certain arrangements to capture one of them. The rest is up to you. I await word of our success. We will be free." And it's got the same symbol, but it's on a different finger. What the hell? Why is the symbol above a different finger?
That's obvious.
It's obvious.
Different
It's a way of
rank?
signing things without signing things.
It's different rank or something?
Nope.
No.
Is it
One
personal?
of the 5 people. And what hand
5
is it?
notes. The right hand?
And which is the right hand?
This one.
And who has a right hand in D&D world?
Right hand of him. Oh,
You
Eleanor's
guys are
dad?
amazing.
Nope. Nope.
The captain?
Not in our game.
Oh.
I don't. What?
What?
Harp shake.
In the D&D universe,
Yeah.
there is a certain character that has an eye
Yeah.
and a hand that they lend out to people. There may happen to be a god.
I don't know this.
It is a magical item.
I think you're reading into this too much.
He's probably reading it into this too much. But I know what he's
The DM has confirmed you're reading into this too much. But out of
Curiosity.
Curiosity.
The eye of Vecna and the hand of Vecna.
They exist as magic cards now, by the way.
Yeah.
what? Oh, because of the set.
Yeah.
Wow. Does anyone play Magic? And have you played the Magic Dungeons and Dragons set? I played it on Arena. It's intriguing. I'm not gonna lie.
Right, so we've given Damal a dagger.
So
We've
what does it
given-
mean? Does it mean that there's 5 notes?
Can I roll a knowledge?
Oh, does Kevin
Am I
have
digging?
more notes?
Can you roll knowledge
Yeah,
for
because
dagger?
I'm proficient with
You may.
Daggers, right?
Ooh.
Oh, 8.
No.
Aside from realizing it's a very magical and old dagger, you have
Yeah.
no idea of its origins.
We will be
or
free.
What it is, but you do recognize it is the tooth of the kraken because you fought the kraken
Yeah,
before.
cool.
Using what was that code breaker computer?
Hmm?
That broken needle.
Yep.
We can decipher because we will be free as repeated.
Eleanor looks at you and then at the sword that you are still clutching in your hand.
I hand it to her.
She takes it. She's a bit confused.
We got it.
She says, I've got it now.
Here's your sword.
She examines it in reverence, realizing that it is important and the aim of her quest so far. She says, thank you for removing it and retrieving it from the tree, even at great risk to yourself and your friends.
Look at the hand.
She's grateful,
It's got a thing.
and she puts it away.
Different.
At that point, she says to Eleanor that we are here to help you. We are here to protect you. We are with you to the end.
She thanks you for your loyalty,
I bow.
and
And then stabs herself with the sword.
but she says ominously, I hope that will hold true by the end of this.
As long as you don't kill me, I'm fine.
I've got 750 gold.
I shrug. I'm like, dagger. No.
She says, you're not my enemy.
Great. Okay. So, does anyone have any ideas about this secret code to do with the fingers and the symbols?
That's cheating. That's outsourcing.
No,
Oh,
I'm-
you're asking them. Okay, I
No,
thought
I'm
you were
not
asking the
outsourcing
viewers.
to the
Okay.
stream. But if someone puts something in chat, then I'm not gonna not read it. Because
It depends on how much you've been paying attention, because I have been dropping clues.
about the fingers.
Yeah.
We'll see who picks up on it.
Have you not?
No.
I don't think Daryl stores D&D in his head.
Nah.
I reiterate, I've been dropping clues today,
So you have an
not like in the past
you have
episodes.
an earring, right?
Yeah.
And you have a nose ring.
Yeah.
And you have an eyebrow ring.
Yeah.
Why don't they call it a finger ring?
Give you a fingering.
Anyway, she looks at you, and after you've told her you do this, and she says,
I've been focusing on cucumber. So.
probably, she says, what do we do now? Do we help the people who have been trapped here against their will?
As much as we can.
She says she has an idea. She says even though the dragon turtle can't hold that many people, she can instruct it to, because she controls it, to start ferrying people back to the mainland.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In groups of maybe 40 or 50. at a
Holy
time.
shit! Is that how big the dragon turtle is?
Yeah.
It's a gargantuan
You not remember
Wow.
that
thing.
picture?
No, what?
Yeah, the picture. Yeah.
Y-
It can eat
yeah.
like a giant sailing ship thing.
Fucking hell.
It's huge.
Oh, that's right, because it was just... Yeah, it was
Yeah,
going to
it's huge.
town on the boat.
Yeah. She says she can instruct it to start ferrying, and she believes that the undead captain will follow her instructions, even though she's not necessarily on the dragon turtle itself.
Yeah.
Cool.
She says, I guess we will head down to the jetty to initiate the plan. And she says on the way, do you want me to tell the villagers, or will you convince them to
I'm not
trust
going
me?
anywhere near them.
I will come with you.
Yeah.
And together we can inform them of the plan.
See you at the jetty.
You make your way back to the village. Damal is making her way to the jetty.
Yeah.
By the long road,
I'm
I
just
guess,
gonna hang
because you're gonna hang out. You make your way to the center of the village. Where's Urbek going? You following Damal, or you following Sasha and Eleanor?
I always follow Sasha.
Sure. You follow Sasha towards the center of town. You see a lot of people. They are still sad and depressed, but they don't seem to be rolling on the ground as sick as before. However, they have grouped themselves into two distinct groups. Maybe about 80% of them are still kind of normal, like they look like what they are. The other 20% are like those grey skin, hairless, alien-like outsider creatures. And both groups kind of look at you
Okay, as Eleanor
as you
starts,
approach.
as Eleanor starts explaining the plan,
Yeah.
Sasha is going to again use a sorcery point to cast Calm Emotions
On the entire area.
on the
or...
entire area
Yes.
to try and make
Jesus
them
Christ.
feel at ease through Eleanor's words.
Most of them, so the spell works, like, probably won't need a roll or anything. And the spell works, you calm them. They were not angry to begin with anyway.
No, but like it's not just anger.
Yeah.
It will calm the sadness. It calms It basically is a leveler. It's no
Eleanor
up and no downer.
Expresses her desire to help them. Obviously, the ones that are still normal, they desire to return back to their families, not on this weird island. The ones that have been forever changed, they wish to stay here and be left in peace for the rest of their days. They're not sure how long they'll survive without the tree and its fruit, but that is the choice that they have taken. They don't seem so afraid now that Damal is not there. And most of
Damal
them
is
agree to
actually
Eleanor's
not there.
offer,
Yeah.
trusting in you that you would not trick them, I guess.
Haha, they've fallen for your trap.
Now we drown them in the sea.
Drown them, fill the dragon turtle.
I wanted to get
water.
some tea, but I realised that
The
it's
tea's over
inaccessible. Yeah.
Oh, it's over
Yeah,
there.
it's not gonna work.
You go around Kevin.
You can't go around.
You're not gonna go around me though.
You crawl under the table and over the couch.
So most of them agree. They said they will start packing up their belongings. So the 80% of normal-looking ones will follow shortly after she summons the dragon turtle to take them back to the
Roughly
mainland.
how many people is that?
80% of 200.
Oh, it's 200 people.
About 200. A couple of them have noted that the village elder that you stabbed has run off into jungle and just disappeared. He fears the group now.
Shock horror.
Shock.
Whatever.
Shock horror, you stab someone and now they're scared of you.
And it is getting towards the late night at the moment. But Eleanor seems keen to go ahead and start instructing the dragon turtle to pick up people.
Yep, so we go to the shore, we load up the first crew.
You head to the shore.
Oh no, we head to the shore. That's it. You'll die. You're dead.
Okay, there'll be a scene. You head to the shore and
There'll be
Eleanor
a
summons
scene.
the...
Dragon.
You meet up with Damal at the shore.
Yeah. What was
Eleanor-
Damal doing?
Huh?
What was Damal
Hanging
doing?
out, waiting.
Just
She's
waiting.
just hanging out,
Oh,
and
okay.
looking out into the ocean.
Chatting to my
calm.
rat about our long lostedness.
Yeah.
Bonding. Rat bonding.
And how not to eat fruit that is
Cucumber
forcefully given to you.
Yeah. Teaching it some life lessons.
The group of you head back to the jetty, bringing kindness to the villagers. Eleanor summons dragon turtle from the sea. It rises up from the oceans, and she orders the undead captain to remain here and start bringing people back and forth between the island and the mainland. So I guess after taking you guys back to the mainland, it will come back and start fetching people. Upon issuing her order to take all the willing villagers back to civilization, you do notice in the darkness a light in the distance towards the open ocean. You notice the shape of a great sailing galleon in the distance, cutting through the darkness of the night.
No. Oh, with my advantage to sailing,
Yes.
can I tell what boat it is?
Roll some sort of knowledge history, I guess.
At an advantage.
At an advantage.
Knowledge history. 19.
19 at advantage. First of all, what you see is what you think appears to be
Ghost ship.
I wouldn't call it a pirate vessel. A merchant ship. We'll say it's a merchant ship. However, it bears the flags and colors of dwarves. You do not know what type of dwarves are approaching the sea. Your beach.
It's those angry dwarves.
The ones from the village.
Yeah.
They are obviously not affiliated with Freeport or Kalnor or even those iron ships that you encountered in 3 episodes.
What
Yeah.
about when we were in the church and the dwarves were mad at us because they thought we brought... No.
No, but
No.
you let them because you didn't interfere with that one.
That's reading a little bit too much into it.
Yeah? Yeah? Says you? Okay.
Takes one to know one.
As the ship approaches, what do you wish to do?
Kill everyone. That's the only option.
Well,
It is
Damar's
really,
down with it.
Yeah. No, I hide.
Can we load up the first group of villagers and
Well,
see
you
them?
haven't gone back to fetch the villagers yet.
I thought they came with us.
No, they didn't. They started packing their stuff, and you haven't gone to tell them like they can start moving up. So they're still back in the village. The 4 of you are staying on the beach.
Can we just use the turtle to fight the thing?
Well, I was going to say get the turtle to go behind and pop up once the ship's in here.
Oh, yeah.
Eleanor nods at you and she says, "Do you want me to tell the turtle to do that?"
Stealth attack.
Stealth attack.
If required. If summoned. If
Oh,
you-
that's
if-
if, not
if
do it
you
now.
if you press the button,
Yeah,
stealth attack.
yeah.
But first we talk.
First you talk. So you wait as the boat begins to approach.
Yeah. So turtle disappear.
So turtle hides beneath the waves to
Yeah.
be stealthily.
Yeah.
Oh, I tell
Stealth.
everyone
Boat
that
to
it's
come
a
in.
dwarven ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boat
Yeah.
come in. We
Oh,
talk
yeah, you
to
tell,
boat.
yeah.
Boat attack us.
Mm-hmm.
Turtle attack boat.
All right. The boat is still a
Stealth attack.
fair amount of distance away, and as it gets closer, you realize it's a very large boat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they won't be able to come all the way to the shore. They'll have to row in longboats.
It stops.
Turtle eat boat.
It stops a certain distance away, and then
Firing
then-
cannons.
and then there is a crackle of magical energy in the air as multiple dimension doors open around you.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Armed Durga, or dark dwarfs, as you recognize,
Damn it! I knew it was those fucks.
they appear, their weapons drawn.
No, chill.
Before you can react,
Ah.
one of them clocks Eleanor violently on the side of the head with the flat of his warhammer,
Mother.
knocking her out. She crumples to the ground, dropping the sword that was in her hand.
No.
Yes.
You may now react.
Can I drop into stealth?
Nope.
No.
Well, you can if that's your action.
Yeah, but
She can use a hide action, like try and hide.
I'm going to hide like
Surrounded
an
by
ostrich. Put my head in the sand and no one can see me.
We'll say she can duck behind the bush if she
Do
really wants.
ostriches actually do that?
I have no idea. Maybe. Not for hiding purposes, though. I don't think.
We made the wrong decision, Jets.
It's
Oh,
not the-
let's get rid of
It's
the
not
boat.
the first. Whoa! Hang on. They just clocked one lady because she had a sword out.
Sasha.
I hide.
No, no. I'm the captain.
Surrounding you are
Ah,
10
we're gonna
10
put it on the
dark dwarves.
10 dark dwarfs.
Not
'cause it's not
necessarily.
gonna
It
be a
doesn't have
combat.
to be a combat resolution. Like.
Okay.
Okay,
so
what do you do?
I'm like, hi. I'm Urbag.
Yes.
And you are?
Make a persuasion roll.
28.
He says aggressively, "I know who you are, halfling. You coward."
Whoa, what? What? What?
I mean, gnome. That's a DM bias. I know who you are, gnome. You coward. We have heard tales of your deeds.
My deeds.
What?
You have
Why are you
wronged our
coward?
family, and for that, you will pay.
What?
2 of the Durga.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you,
okay,
Danny
sorry.
Tony. Thank you.
Sasha can do something, and Damal can do something.
I did my thing.
I don't know who they are. Who are they?
They're the descendants of the people
That we
that
left.
we left to die, and your your family ate them. The
I'm still not
Driders
cooking.
in the cave,
Ah, right.
the dark dwarves that were running from.
And then you kind of met them later at the bar, and one of them got angry at you after playing cards with Urbek.
Yeah.
And then his boss told him to calm the situation, but if they ever saw you again, violence would ensue.
Just
I
quickly,
don't want
Yeah.
violence to ensue.
someone in the chat has said
Yeah.
about the ostriches.
Yeah.
It's a myth that started when someone saw them rearranging their eggs, which are buried in holes in the ground.
Ah,
That's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
that's today we learn.
Sasha's action.
Yes.
How far away from Eleanor is she?
How far away from Eleanor is she? We'll say
Right
not
next to
that
it,
far,
right?
pretty much like 10 feet.
Okay, so
Because she
she's-
kind of walked forward to kind of instruct or summon the turtle and instruct the.
She's going to dive to collect the sword.
Yep.
Once the sword is in her hand,
Mm-hmm.
because she is obviously within 5 feet of Eleanor at that point,
Yep.
she will dimension door out.
Can you dimension door to the dragon turtle? Or do you have to be able to see it? You just need to know where it is.
Yeah. As long as it's within the distance, which is 400 feet.
I'm just gonna pop out from behind my bush and be like, "Can I yell at them so they can hear me?"
You're not behind a bush.
You're not behind a bush. We're standing in the middle of the
I
beach.
fucking am.
No.
Well, no, it was that your action to go behind the bush?
Well, I said that.
Okay, so you are behind the bush.
Can I pop out and say things?
You can always say things.
Okay. I'll
But
be
then-
like, I'm just gonna be like, we've just saved a village full of people. Can we like get them to safety, and then deal with our shit?
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Yeah, but like they'll
Yeah.
be warm towards it at least.
Yeah.
If you persuade them, yeah.
Probably
That's not
straight
bad.
13. I don't think I've got persuasion. Let me check.
Everyone's got persuasion. Under
No, 0.
charisma.
The dark dwarf who was initially responding to Urbek, he turns to you and he says, "Save your lives for yourself, Dro.
I'm like, Sin,
We
would you rather not?
we have a
believe
race
us?
war with your kind.
Would you rather
and
not
therefore
believe
not
us
change."
and potentially have a race
You're,
full of
you're,
villagers
you're
die?
definitely the
But your
one.
persuasion kind of failed. Yeah.
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 Having a debate now.
Well, yeah.
Um,
Like I said-
Sasha, you dive for the sword, and as the sword reaches your hand, the dwarf beside the one that clocked Elnor takes a swing at you. Yeah. 24 will shoot hit. Yes.
No, that misses by about 10.
Misses about 10. Okay.
I feel like that's a lie.
I feel like that's a
But
lie
My
also.
AC is 34. Is that yours?
Oh, you're wearing two.
Yeah, I'm wearing 4 sets of armor.
2 sets of armor, right? Would 2 sets of armor even give you 34? Nah. Maybe.
You take 18 points of damage, but something strange happens.
Fuck.
Aside from the damage you receive from the hammer, a searing pain fills your mind, and will just reveal that it seems that you have also taken some form of psychic damage.
Whoa.
Dark dwarves.
This prevents you from doing the secondary action that you wanted to do to cast the spell. So you grab the sword successfully, but you are hit by something that does psychic damage to you, and it prevents you casting the spell this round.
Man, there's so many things after us.
Since Urbek only spoke, you have an action if you wish. Otherwise, the next step will happen.
There is one move that you can do now that would be fucking hilarious. Do you know which one it is?
He
There's
doesn't
so
know.
many.
He's got many hilarious moves.
Do it.
I don't. Oh,
Do it.
there's many things though.
There's 2 spells that you've got.
My rat's away at this point, by the way.
Okay, so Damal is in the bush. Elnor is on the ground. We'll say Sasha is over there grabbing a sword. And that's the thing, and then just randomly have dwarves around. Is there anything you wish to do, or do you wish to see what happens next?
I
Because you know they want to be hostile.
yeah no I know. What did we decide my challenge rating was? Half.
A third or quarter of the party's average challenge rating?
It was a
Yeah.
quarter.
Yeah,
So
it was
you
a
have
quarter.
four.
Yeah,
Four is
that
the
was
most.
the
No, it was
semi-official.
four, and it
Yeah,
was a
4.
third.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hold my action, which is
What's your trigger?
polymorph. Me getting attacked. Someone attacking me.
Yes. Dark Dwarf's turn. Let's see. 2 of them walk up to pick up Eleanor, ignoring Sasha, who is standing there clutching at her head. And you look in horror as the 2 Durga carry the unconscious girl to another larger magical portal that has appeared behind them. I guess they have enough move to go through. So they make it through the portal, leaving behind
This portal shit.
8 Durga to face you. However, they are holding their weapons, but they have not made any moves to
Why didn't
approach
I
and
jump
attack.
forward and grab Eleanor? Fuck me.
I don't know. There are many things.
Back to your turn. In any order you want, you can each take actions and moves.
Are we in? We're not in.
You're not actually in
battle.
combat because you haven't attacked them. Technically, they tried to smack Sasha. If you want to have initiative, we can. But I'm just letting you do something before
Yeah.
because they're not actually reacting to anything. Like they're just holding weapons threateningly. They haven't made a move to attack you
I'm
yet.
gonna be like, look, I can prove that we've just saved a village. Do you want to help or not?
You may roll another persuasion check.
Have they walked through
12.
the portal yet?
Sorry? Have they walked forward?
Walked through the portal.
The 2 that are carrying Eleanor have walked through the portal, leaving behind 8 to cover their escape. And they look nervously, but you can tell that they intend to follow through back to the portal.
I subtly cast Dimension Door and go through the portal. Or to the edge of the portal and then go into it.
Sure, you can do that. You cast a dimension door. Because that takes you instantly behind them and to the portal. You get to the edge of the portal and you move through.
I want to do that too.
It is dark within, so you cannot make out what you are going through. But you do see Sasha disappear through the
I want to
larger
do that
portal.
too, but I can't now. So
Why not?
yeah, okay, I'll do that
You've
too.
got your cape of marking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm following Tatra.
As typical, they have left Urbek behind to die.
To die.
I mean, yeah, to sacrifice himself.
To sacrifice himself.
Yep, they left Urbek behind to sacrifice himself.
Again.
You see Demal also teleport to the portal and step through.
I can't teleport. This isn't gonna fucking work.
Please don't hurt me later.
Fuck, man. I will. I'm trying to pick something cool.
One of the dark dwarfs sneers at you and he says, "Looks like your cowardly reputation has lived up to the tales. Your friends have abandoned you. Do you really want to pick a fight with the 8 of us? Or can we just go in peace?"
I'm like, well, I mean, I didn't want to pick a fight at all,
Oh,
really.
Wise choice,
But
gnome.
what's the end game here? Why do you want?
We all go our separate ways now.
Yeah, but why do you want Eleanor?
That is for us to know and you to try and find out.
Me to try and find out, dude.
That is for us to know, our business.
Your business.
Yeah, our business. We paid for a job. This is what we do.
You paid for a job.
I mean, what?
What? You getting paid to do something? Wow. Okay. What? No, I don't. What? What? Oh yeah. Certain arrangements. Do you know what's his name?
It's Sathona.
Do you know Sathona?
Persuasion?
The 15?
From the look on his face, he recognizes the name. However, he refuses to answer any of your interrogating questions because your roll was not high enough to persuade him to give any information up to you. But he does recognize the name, judging from the look and reaction on his face when you ask him that question.
I'm like, no, so you do know Sathona, so she sent you. Ah, I see.
He says, is this your next action?
What? My next
As a DM, is this your next action?
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I'm talking to them.
Okay, yeah.
As an action. I'm stalling to wait and see if the 160 people that we're told to come to.
Oh,
the
they're gonna
beach-
take. They're no rush. Like
Oh,
they're not running to the beach or anything.
Oh, I thought they were gonna like come over the hill, and I'll be like, yeah, but they
One of the other dwarfs, who's obviously not the one in charge, but not the one. He kind of nods at the one talking to you, and then he turns to you, the one talking to you, and he says, "Our work here is done."
I'm like,
And with that, he says,
he says,
"You will not waste our time."
I'm like, is it though? Is
And
it
the
done?
remaining 8,
You could turn into a succubus.
you could. What?
Into the ethereal, into the ethereal plane, move through them, reappear in the material plane, and walk through the portal.
I can just like turn into like a banshee or something as well.
But you could be a succubus.
He doesn't need to be a succubus, and I'm sure he used his polymorph already.
Yeah,
Unless
but
he's got more than one.
He held the action.
The remaining 8 Duergar summon whatever dimension doors they have,
Yeah.
and they disappear, leaving the portals behind them, the large one that these two went through, slowly closing behind them.
Ah man, I run for the portal.
Obviously, I'm doing this because I don't really want to separate the party that much of a distance, so you run for the portal.
That
Yeah.
would be hilarious, though.
And you leap through just as it closes.
Whoa!
We can
In there?
end there or have one more scene, but we'll end
Ending
there.
there seems tidy.
It's
In
tidier.
tidy.
And with that, we shall see where you have gone to the next time.
Fun.
Yes.
Yes.
So thank you all for the rating. I don't know how to raid, so I can't keep the raid up. I'm sorry, but feel free to go and watch another stream.
You just suggest the stream to them, and you link it to the chat, and then they go to that. That's all.
Is that?
That's literally it.
I thought you went to another stream.
Well, you can go there too.
Oh. Well, there's Otso Spirit Bear. They've only got 6 viewers. Go there. But thank you very much.
Thank you for joining
coming
us,
along. Thank you very much for everyone who
Thank
followed.
you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Dirty 20 Live, for the insightful facts about ostriches. And yes, we are down in New Zealand. We try to
to play
this time
every week.
Thursday, because we're in the future. Yeah. But yeah, thank you for following. Please don't give us any money because we don't know how to get it out of Twitch. We just do this because we're doing it anyway. And yeah, hopefully see you next time.
Bye.